Scorpio, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, also known as the 8-5 Vibe, and this is your mid-month reading for December 2016. What's good, Scorpio? I hope everybody's doing good. You know, for those of you who celebrate the holidays, how's it going? How's that coming along? And, I paused like I was actually going to hear your answer. Now I gotta get myself together. Okay, let me start by saying, before I forget, if you would like to pull a more complete picture together, you can do this by checking your moon or rising sign, because this reading is going to be relevant for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. This is the planetary spread. There is a card for each of the luminaries, which are the sun and the moon. There's a card for the 5 personal planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and then there's an outcome card. And yeah, I'll explain what these are about as we go along. The sun talks about the self, our vitality, our life force, the successes, joy, optimism, vibrance, vitality, if I hadn't said so before. The sun can talk about our social status to a degree. When I see the sun, Capricorn is about authority, but, I always think of the sun as being so powerful and having that force, that life force, that the sun is an authority as well. When the sun is highest in the sky is when it shines the most. Now, that can go either way because it can burn stuff up. But on the light side of the sun position, this is about all of those good, powerful things. The sun is very auspicious in this case. And for you, Scorpio, the Justice card falls in the area of the sun. This is who you are this month. This is what you're about this month. And you are about justice. Before I start with that, we have 3 major arcanas in this spread. We have that in the self position, in the Jupiter position, and in the outcome position. So Scorpio, you look like you have, for the last part of this month, there's some big things that are going on, some karmic things, some big life lessons. These are the things that can't be changed. And, they all seem to be in a pretty good position. So I don't feel like that's a problem. You also have 2 aces. Aces are great to show up in the spread. These are gifts from the heavens. These are, offerances that cannot be topped, from the hands of the universe itself. So we love seeing aces show up in readings. The major arcana cards that you have showing up are powerful, auspicious cards. Couple of hiccups, but they are minor. You've got what? Well, actually, one is a court card, so that may not even really be about you. And then there are 2 minor arcana. So these minor arcana are things that you can change and modify should you need to. It's the major arcana in the area of self, the area of your acquisitions and spirituality and growth and abundance, and the area of the outcome of it all. Those are the things that can't be changed, and they're in good positions. So Scorpio, when I first started laying these cards out and I saw these reversals and I saw this 9 of Swords, And I was like, oh, come on. Because I'm a Scorpio rising and Scorpio moon. So, you know, this is one of those situations where if the spread turns out bad, it's going to hurt me probably more than it hurts you. So, but anyway, back to you, Scorpio. You are about fairness, diplomacy, justice, balance, harmony. Um, Libra, I think, Libra, I'm sorry, Libra governs this card, or this card governs Libra. So, yeah, forgive me for that. But Scorpio, I really think, because, you know, us, this Scorpio energy that we have can really lean to one side or another. I don't consider Scorpios as being the Scorpio energy as being the most balanced energy. Whatever is, or whatever side Scorpio chooses to go to, Scorpio is going to do it to the hilt. Scorpios are extremists. We either love you a lot, or we absolutely hate you. And actually, that is going to be the same for us too. You know, the way the world sees us, the way, you know, people, the energy that they get from us, they either absolutely love us, or are intrigued, or magnetized, or they hate our dirty guts. And I didn't realize that for a long time, because, you know, I wasn't always into the astrology. And for a long time, I couldn't imagine. It's not that I thought I was super great. Well, maybe I did, because I'm a sun sign Leo. But, you know, when I started to understand how people actually felt sometimes about Scorpios, I'm like, really? People hate me? Oh, well, get over it. But no, I just really had no idea. I knew that I've had people actually say, and I'm a tiny girl. I am 4'10". And I've had people actually tell me that they are afraid of me. And I understand now that that's that Scorpio, you know, thing that I give off, because it is on my rising, and my moon is exact conjunct my rising. So yeah, I give off a whole lot of Scorpio. And you throw that Leo in the mix. And so I understand how some people can be put off. But I'm feeling like after all of that, we actually come off as very balanced this month, even approachable. The other thing I'm feeling like too is Scorpio. Some of you Scorpios, I'm feeling like this has to do with those of you Scorpios that may be either starting with kind of some spiritual, metaphysical, occult, not the traditional practices, or some of you who are now stepping into higher realms of these things. I think some of you are really knowing that you need to balance. You need to be very steady on how you handle yourself in our so-called reality, and how you handle yourself in the metaphysical world. And while I don't, okay, I was going to say I don't really know why I'm saying that, but then I kind of do. I'm having some trouble balancing myself. I just feel I've got this real strong feeling that some of you Scorpios are really trying to make sure that you remain even with some of the things that you are doing, some of the practices. You know, just feeling like you're trying to balance this world and the others. Bear with me on that. Maybe I can get some clarification, but right now that's what's coming up for me. Scorpio in the moon position, and the moon talks about our private life. This could be about family and home. This is about your subconscious. This is about repressed things, It could be about confusion and psychic abilities and things like that. Either some of you Scorpios are dealing with somebody who Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be on their sun. It could be on their rising or moon, like I always say. Or it could be some, where they have these qualities heavily in their chart. Some of you could be dealing with somebody somebody you feel is overly emotional and really just should be more mature than that. And you feel like that they are manipulative. You feel like they try to manipulate people emotionally. And Scorpio, and this is somebody close to you. This is somebody I feel like that you have a personal relationship. More than likely she's an adult and she or he is an adult, and you have feelings for this person. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic either. This could be a very close friend, somebody that you hold dear, or a family member, your child or something like that, your husband, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. But you're feeling like that this person is emotionally manipulative and emotionally immature. You feel like this person should know better, I think, and I think you feel like I feel like some of you are really considering getting this person out of your life because they keep you off balance. You want to be balanced. You want to be even. But I feel like you feel like that whenever you deal with this person, they act like that, and I think you feel like it can put you in a position to either act the way that they do, because considering, the cups are water, and the water signs are very receptive. I feel like, whenever you are around this person, whenever you deal with this person, that they throw you off kilter, or you start to blend with this energy, and you start to reflect that back to them. It's like the blending of waters. And then, if you, especially you being Scorpio, you ever look over the top of very still water where you can see your reflection? I feel like that's what's happening here. You are wanting to really get this person out of your life, if not forever, for a while, because you can't help but to blend with their negative energies and their manipulations and things like that. And then you start to reflect that. You start to be that, and you don't want to do that. You want to be even, you want to be balanced, but this person is bugging you, and it's hard for you to actually let this person go because you have a connection to them. In the Mercury position, Mercury is about how you think, how you communicate. It's your your intellect, the way you process information. This is about your conscious mind, the words you use. When we talk about this area of life, we're talking about your childhood friends, the neighborhood you grew up in, grade school, your short distance trips. So Scorpio, I'm feeling like for those of you who are dealing with this Queen of Cups reversed, it's really, your mind, it's getting on your nerves, but you vacillate because this is under the energy of Mars and Gemini. You may see this person is two-faced, and like I said, you can reflect this energy because you can't help but to blend with it. You're Scorpio, that water, and you can't help to blend with this Queen of Cups energy, and I think it's been causing you some stress. You vacillate back and forth between being passionate about this person and then not wanting to deal with this person at all. And I really think it causes you some stress. It causes you some anxiety. Some of you, it goes so deep where it may be causing you some restless nights. And this Mars and Gemini, you know, so this person could say any and everything. You could possibly be reflecting that now. You say any and everything. I mean, and some of the things that may come out of your mouths is just crass, is what I'm feeling like. And you Scorpio, you know that this is not for the betterment of you, especially at this time. There are some things that you know that are going on the other side of you or inside of you. You know, there's something else that you're trying to do that's better than this space that you're in with this person. You know that this needs to come to an end so that you can focus on being in a higher vibration. In the Venus position, we've got the Four of Coins reversed. The Venus position can be about who we're attracted to. It's about the things that make us comfortable. It's about those soft, fuzzy, nice things in life. The things that make us feel good. Sometimes the things that we can tend to overindulge in, you know, that we can tend to blow money on, that we can tend to be fascinated with. Well, in this position, we've got the Four of Coins reversed. And I feel like, Scorpio, I feel like this is you restricting your dealings with this person that I've been talking about. And this card is under the energies of Sun and Capricorn. So, you know, this says that, again, you're trying to be very practical and realistic about what it is that you're trying to do in your movement forward. And I feel like you want to put some restrictions around this relationship. If you can't get it to completely go away, because I feel like, too, you feel like this person doesn't care about anybody but themselves. And I feel like you're tired of it, Scorpio. You know, if you look at him, he upright, he looks like, ugh. Even though he's got his little savings and stuff like that, but he looks like, look, I don't want to play games with you. And, you know, for some of you, yes, this is a romantic relationship, but I'm feeling like for others of you, this has something to do actually with a friend, a close friend. But, you know, I do know for some of you that this is romantic, or, you know, I feel like it's romantic. But let's move along and see. In the Mars position, you have got the Ace of Cups. You have a desire to do something brand new. I just feel like, Scorpio, whatever this situation is, you are over it. You're trying to love yourself. You're trying to start something new. You want a new opportunity of love and fresh emotion and fresh feeling and fresh connection. You want something new. You want to get rid of this nonsense. Ugh, I think you're just feeling disgusted by it. And you want to do something new. And this is where you want to put this is what your desire is. This is what you want to put your energies into. And for some of you, this is about breaking up with a spouse or a girlfriend, a boyfriend, significant other, and finding another mate. For some of you all, you may be looking for a new best friend. Or you just may be looking to, you know, restrict all the negativity between you and that person. You want them to grow up and be mature and you know, think about somebody other than themselves, because they swear to God, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but they swear that they are not self-centered, self-absorbed, that they are not only focused on themselves. This is one of those people that constantly see fault in others, but they never see fault in themselves, and you are tired of it, Scorpio. I just really feel like you're tired of it and you want something new, and this is where you're going to put your desires. You are putting the brakes on that situation. In the Jupiter position, you've got the Star card, which is another major arcana. In the Jupiter position, it talks about your spirituality. It's good luck. It's expansion. This is higher learning, higher consciousness. Jupiter is the original, the traditional ruler of Pisces. And I'm talking about this position. Let me say that. In this position for Jupiter, it's the original ruler of Pisces, which talks about spirituality and expansion and love for the world. And I'm not going to talk about the shadow side of Jupiter, of Pisces, because we have the Hope card in that position, which is ruled by Aquarius. And this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. This is about hope. This is about rebirth, reinvention, brilliant ideas. And I think it's about I feel like the more I look at this card, that it's about what I call a naked vulnerability. This is like I said to Libra, I think this is about those flashes of genius moments, these things that come out of nowhere. And what I feel like is that something could come up for you, Scorpio, just out of the blue. It's like electric. And it's nakedness and rainbows. Like I told Libra, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I feel like whatever this is that is going to suddenly come up, it's going to enhance and expand and liberate you. It's going to give you power, abundance, prosperity. And I feel whatever it is very Scorpionic. I don't know, for some of you Scorpios, this could be lots of hopeful, different, unique sex. I mean, and it's, don't ask me this. Now, this is really just what I'm picking up. This is kind of a step away from the card itself. For some of you, this could be, innovative, enhanced, expanded, futuristic things that you're thinking about, flashes of genius about your spirituality, about astrology, about, all things metaphysical, something about the universe. I just feel like this right here, because for me, Aquarius is the universal energy. Also, it's the number 17, which is a very, very, very positive number. And 1 plus 7 equals 8. Scorpio's the 8th sign. Scorpio rules the 8th house. So I feel like these things are going to happen in areas of shared resources, sex, things that are, kind of hidden in the dark, maybe not necessarily touched by those who aren't brave and daring. I feel like Scorpios, some of you Scorpios are willing to go places that others have not been willing to go, and you are going to come up with something that is so universally, oh gosh, I don't know what the word that is that I'm looking for, but there's a huge, powerful vibration that surrounds whatever this is. And I'm not sure what that is yet, but what it, I think what it turns into is a very a serious venture for you. And I say that because this is in the Saturn position, and the Saturn is about discipline. It's about work. It's about becoming responsible. It's about making you stay in your lane. It's the taskmaster. It could be also obstacles, restrictions, and delays. And I feel like some of you Scorpios are really going to put some work into and take very, very seriously some new venture, some new journey. There's some new passion, and this is something that's being offered from the heavens. This is something. Watch out for lightning, Scorpios. You know what? Okay, that was a joke. And if that really was intended to be a joke. But this is like fire and lightning. That's the way I'm seeing that right now. I'm telling you, it's that bolt of brilliance. And I just feel like you take off with this. Whatever it is that comes up, Scorpio, I feel like you just take off with it. Now, for some of you other Scorpios who are looking for new love, for some of you female Scorpios, I am feeling like there is a mature, older, established man who is going to come and, offer you some sort of possible, I'm feeling like this is more of a physical relationship that turns into something very spiritual. Or it is the fact that, this mature, older, and he doesn't have to be older. I just feel like he's established and mature, and I feel like that this is a male, even though this is not a court card, but I'm feeling like this gift from the heavens, this gift from the universe for you female Scorpios is going to come to you in the form of a male. And the reason that I say that is because the Ace of Wands, let's just be real about it. It's a straight up wand with the tip on the end. It's a phallic symbol. That's what it is. So, I see a man with a penis. I can see somebody with a penis that is coming your way. And then let me retract that. It doesn't have to be female Scorpios. This also applies to those in same-sex relationships. Some of you guys that are looking for a guy, I think that he may show up for you with new opportunity of love for the women and the men and the men who might be looking for another male. And I think that this is something that starts off physical and really turns spiritual. I really feel like you two can make some things happen together. There's a passion about this that's going to come up. The outcome, again, is going to be something that ends up very spiritual. I feel like that this gift from the heavens, whether it comes in the form of a man, a physical being, or whether it comes in the form of a genius idea, it is going to cause you to, it's going to shine the light on something that you possibly hadn't really noticed before. With all of this going on, I feel like the outcome is actually going to be you, Scorpio, taking a moment to get by yourself. And Scorpio, we tend to do that. We need our alone time. And, I know a lot of times I just sit in the dark. I love the dark. And I feel like that this is what it is. Some of you Scorpios, once this new opportunity comes up, I think that you are going to really take a moment for yourself. I don't think that this is something that, even though this is electric and pops up, I don't think that you're going to make some sort of foolish, hasty decision about it. I think you're going to shine the light on it. You're going to take some time by yourself to understand it. It's going to be just as hot whenever you get what you need out of illuminating what needs to be illuminated. And I think that this new opportunity that comes is bringing this situation with the Queen of Cups to an end, just like you want it. And then there's those new opportunities. Yeah, I think you can get rid of this if that is what you want to do, and even if it's just temporarily. I think you can get rid of this, and you can take some time alone to think about what it is you're going to do with these genius ideas and these flashes of brilliance and this new journey that just pops out of nowhere, this new love, this new feeling, this possible new relationship. I think this is a great reading, and I think at the end of it all and during it all, you find the balance. You are this person. Yeah, so Scorpio, I think this. Let me see if there's like anything I missed. Yeah, I feel like you're going to make some changes. You're going to. Some of you Scorpios may be back and forth in and out of different dimensions. Uh, for some of you who like feel odd in your space and you're not sure what that is, if you're feeling odd in your space, something's feel. I mean, it may not feel. It doesn't have to feel bad, but you kind of feel oddly placed. You could be unbeknownst to you because you're blending. You're blending. Um, Kind of going back and forth between different dimensions. Some of you may be back and forth uh, through the veil, and try to recognize that as it pops up for you. You may have to take some time by yourself and think about it to figure out what it is, Scorpio. But I feel like whatever this relationship is, whatever these ideas are, whatever these changes are you make, are not just tangible. I think that these things are otherworldly, Scorpio. And I think that this is great. I'm actually, I've had a few up to you guys. I've had a few readings that I feel like could have, been a little bit more positive. But for the most part, I'm really these mid months have been I think coming out a whole lot more positive and hopeful than some of the other months, as a whole. So I'm glad to see these changes that everybody's coming into and people actually getting what they want. Now, I never said that it was going to be easy. Yes, there are going to be some challenges for all of us along the way. It's just that some of us are really going to have less challenges than others. I want to say too, this Ace of Cups, Mars is going into Pisces on the 19th of this month. So this definitely could be about new feelings, that just kind of pop up out of the blue. Feelings that you may not be very experienced or familiar with. Okay. And while I'm trying to squeeze blood from a turnip, I'm going to let it go because, I'll talk for another 30 minutes. So that's the way I see it, Scorpio. If any of you guys would like to get a personal reading from me, you can contact me at tina@85thhousevibrations.net, also known as the 855. And thank you guys. I want to say thanks to all of you that are checking out the video. Thanks to any returning subscribers. Thank you so much. It's growing slowly but surely. You guys, you really helped me continue to do this. So thank you so much. And I couldn't do it. It wouldn't even be, there wouldn't be a purpose to do it without you. So you guys have a happy holiday, and I will hopefully see you next month.